Former Barcelona and Argentina manager César Luis Menotti dies aged 85 as tributes pour in for the legendary coach who led his country to their first ever World Cup triumph. Legendary Argentina manager César Luis Menotti has died aged 85. Menotti managed Barcelona during his career but became an Argentina legend for leading them to their first ever World Cup win. His side lifted the trophy in their own country back in 1978 as a 3-1 victory over the Netherlands saw them win the World Cup. His death was confirmed on Saturday as the Argentinian FA released a statement, paying tribute to their former manager. It read, "The Argentine Football Association, AFA, confirmed his death in a statement which read, the Argentine Football Association regrets to report with great sadness the death of César Luis Menotti, current director of national teams and former world champion coach of Argentina." Legendary Argentina manager César Luis Menotti has died aged 85. Menotti managed Barcelona during his career but became an Argentina legend for leading them to their first ever World Cup win. He also managed Barcelona during his career and is pictured above with Diego Maradona. Last month, Menotti was admitted to hospital with severe anemia and underwent surgery for phlebitis. During his playing days Menotti was a forward. He turned out for Argentinian sides Rosario Central, Racing Club and the iconic Boca Juniors. He also played in Brazil with Santos and Juventus, as well as appearing for New York Generals. After deciding to hang up his boots, the Argentine managed a total of 16 clubs, showing incredible skill during his coaching career. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid and Mexico are some of the most notable jobs of his career, with the pinnacle coming with Argentina. Taking a team who were so underwhelming in the 1974 World Cup, Menotti transformed them into the best team in the world. A year after his World Cup triumph, Menotti also took charge of the country's under-20 side for the World Cup in Japan and managed a young Diego Maradona, winning the tournament. He was replaced at Argentina after the 1982 World Cup in Spain but left a lasting legacy. President of the AFA, Kiki Tapia, paid his tributes on X, formerly Twitter, as he wrote, "Dear Flarco, it is an immense pain to have to say goodbye to you. You left us a lot during your time in the national team and in football. Without a doubt, your passage to immortality will be with the best memories of all of us who love the round. I send a warm hug on behalf of myself and all of Argentine football to all of César's family at this moment. See you always, dear friend." Argentina's current president, Javier Milei, joined in as he said, "RIP. Deep pain for the departure of the leader of a group that has given one of the greatest joys to the country. Although I adhere to another school, it would be foolish to deny the contribution of César Luis Menotti. Goodbye Flarco." A minute's silence was held in the Argentinian League Cup final played between Estudiantes and Vélez Sarsfield as the country are mourning the loss of one of their greats. The association did not give a cause of death. Local media reports said Menotti was admitted to a clinic in March with severe anemia. He reportedly underwent surgery for phlebitis in April and subsequently returned home. Passion for soccer and a sharp ability to explain its mechanics were Menotti's hallmark characteristics as a trainer, and he was considered one of the most emblematic and influential coaches in Argentine soccer. Menotti was a political activist and an affiliate member of the Argentine Communist Party, a boxing fan and an admirer of the works of Latin American writers Mario Benedetti, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Jorge Luis Borges, Mario Sabato and Joan Manuel Serrat, among others. Once I was interviewed by Borges, and when I asked him if it bothered him that I smoked, he told me, "What intoxicates me is not the cigarette, but the stupid conversations," Menotti recalled in one of his last interviews. "So, I asked about everything, but not about soccer, because I know about soccer," he added. He launched his career as a player for Rosario Central, 1960 to 1963 and 1967, then went to Racing Club, 1964, and Boca Juniors, 1965 to 1966, all Argentine clubs. Menotti played for the New York Generals in the U.S., 1967, followed by Brazil S. Santos, 1968, and Italy S. Juventus, 1969 to 1970. At Santos, he played alongside Pelé, whom he never hesitated to qualify as the best player among legends. Menotti coached Argentina's national team between 1974 and 1983. He was convinced the side did not get the recognition it deserved when it won the World Cup in 1978 because the country was ruled by a military junta responsible for widespread human rights violations. His detractors would often recall a photo in which Menotti, after the World Cup victory, shook hands with Jorge Rafael Videla, head of the military junta. On the eve of the World Cup, Menotti left a 17-year-old Maradona off the squad, a decision the coach later said soured their relations for years. Menotti coached Mexico's national team in 1991 to 1992. He also led Barcelona, 1983 to 1984, where he had Maradona on his squad, Atletico Madrid, 1987 to 88, Uruguay's Peñarol, 1990 to 91, Italy's Sampdoria, 1997, and Mexico's Tecos, 2007, his last coaching job. For years, Menotti often had a cigarette hanging between his lips, but he mostly quit the habit in 2011 following a 3-day hospitalization stemming from his tobacco addiction. He also was known for wearing hair long but neat. He said he didn't rely on hairdressers. "I cut my own hair. I take the scissors, I cut the ends." Menotti began leaving his hair long in the early 1970s. "One day I said to myself, I want to cut my hair until we lose. And we went 10 games undefeated. So it all started as a joke," he said. In his later years, Menotti said he didn't fear death. "It's the only thing I am sure of. I don't know anyone who has died at some point," he said in 2014. Thanks for watched this video. If you like this, don't forget like and subscribe this channel. Goodbye.